Okay, so we're pulling up to Home Depot now. We're just gonna get all the stuff that we need for composting, and then we're gonna go to Giant Eagle and do our first shopping trip that will only consist of things that you can recycle. So, wish us luck.
So the goal is what? We're gonna have a garbage-free...
The goal is that we are not going to produce any garbage in the garbage can. It'll just be recyclables, that's all. Everything will be able to recycle or compost, but I think this is going to make us a lot more conscientious about the food that we're wasting and throwing away. So on this shopping trip, it's definitely going to be much different. And at Home Depot, we're going to buy a bin, like a big storage bin, plastic bin, and then we're going to put holes in it. That's a later step, but we're gonna get that at Home Depot, and then we're also gonna get what else do we need? Maybe some soil for the compost bin, but that's about it. Simple trip. We're deciding to do a clear bin so we can see all the deliciousness that's going on inside. Oops. Once you do the divot, these are my safety goggles I'm using, sunglasses. We're just kind of putting random holes in the top, and I'm thinking I'm just going to do the top and the bottom, not the sides, because I want to get, they say to put a lot of holes in it to get air through, and it helps your compost go faster and things like that. And also, every time we're going to put food in, we're going to put a glass of water in, or a cup or something, or spray it with the hose. So they say, like, you need to, or the research I did tells me that you need to keep it moist, so it's just good for the compost to stay moist and have everything compost well. So we just got finished drilling holes and everything in the top and the bottom, and we just did all of our layers. So at first we did a layer of sticks and twigs and things like that, and then we put I put a lot of this type of soil that we just had kind of left over from the springtime when we did our gardening and stuff. And then I like scattered different vegetables and things like that from our just previous shopping trip, because we just made dinner. So that's everything that's in there right now, and it's a pretty good start. And then I just emptied pretty much this entire watering can of water into the bin to just really moisten it, and it helps speed along the processes that help compost the food. So this is it. Take a look. We'll get a better picture too, yeah. Alright, you're good. So this is our compost, kind of garbage can. We put it separate from our recycling and garbage, obviously. And so it's just this little, we just use a Ziploc container, nothing really, we didn't buy anything like special to put it in. So this is after 1 week, seven days of leftover food. So it really does add up more than you would think. This has some good weight to it. So 1 week. And we're taking it out. I take it out every week now. Oh gosh. Where is he?
I didn't get that.
I take it out every week. And we just have our compost right next to the garbage cans. We just come out here. We have all kinds of stuff in here. Tea bags and, you know, watermelon rinds and banana peels, anything you can imagine. It is pretty gross, but it's almost like, I don't know, to me it's kind of pretty. It's like all of these like foods that are just gonna go right back into the earth. It's like a cool experience. Okay, so it's a little snowy today. I'll just unclip this. This is what we have so far. So this is it's January 17th, so we're going on our 3rd week. And it's Martin Luther, we have a 3-day weekend because Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So this is, you just dump it in there. All that good stuff. Pretty stinky, has a good scent. And then we cover it up. And they say to just kind of shake it around a little bit. Just to get things like released, because it's been sitting after a whole week. So you just kind of release some of the enzymes. So I didn't add water this time because I just figure it's been snowing and then melting because of our weird weather right now. Snowing and it melts after it gets warmer, so like water has gone in there. And I can see like drips, like if you look right here, there's little drips from the inside that are coming down. So I just figure it seems pretty moist. In the summer you might want to add more water to it just to keep that, you know, it's hotter and like there's more evaporation, so you'd want to keep it more moist. But yeah, so it looks pretty good now. So until next week. Okay, so this is the 3rd week. This is our product of 1 week again, and every single week we filled it pretty much to the top. So I just dump it in here. This is our compost for now. 3rd week. Okay? And then I just put this back on. It's starting to get really stinky. That's one thing I noticed about this week. Last week it wasn't really stinky. Week before it was only 1 week. Now it's pretty stinky. So maybe that means it's good. Okay. And then I just kind of like shake it. Done. Okay, one more thing I noticed is there's a lot of mold in this one, which is really disgusting, but I hope that's a good sign, and I hope the mold will keep growing out there because it'll spark like enzymes to keep the processes running. So, week 3, cut. And as you can see, we filled this up every single week. It's pretty stinky, so I'm going to take it outside and put it in the compost bin. It's a pretty warm day for January. Here it is. Pretty gross. So you can see it's really been decomposing a lot. Okay. Let's put this in here. It's all really stinky. So I just put all that in and close it up, shake it around to release some of the gases it might be producing.